Hi everybody, my name's Matt Elliott and I'm here at Guarantee RV Centers in Junction City, Oregon to talk to you about a brand new trailer from one of my very favorite companies. There's a company in Oregon called Northwood Manufacturing and they build Nash and Arctic Fox campers, Desert Fox toy haulers. They are the benchmark product for the Northwest, especially as concerns cold weather and extreme weather camping. This is the new Nash 29S bunkhouse and it's the biggest Nash I've ever had. It's got a lot of beds and a huge slide out. You're gonna love it. We got a lot to say. Let's take a look inside. Follow me. Now, one of the things that you notice right away when you come to a Nash is that the door, it doesn't slam. It's got a friction hinge, and that way people don't come in and bang the door into the sidewall, or the wind doesn't catch it and swing it around. This is a great idea. The first thing you're going to notice about this trailer when you come in is it's got a lot of room. This is a full-size slide with a big couch, big family-style horseshoe wraparound dinette, big galley. There's space in this trailer. Most Nashes are a little bit smaller and just more compact. But this one here says, heck with it. We're going to get big and we're going to make room for everybody. And it's great for a group, especially if you got a lot of kids or even somebody's hunting or working in a job site. There's a lot of places. In fact, this rig, we counted it up. It'll sleep 10 people if you're all getting along. So you see in the back, we've got the double bunks. These are big bunks. And if you're not putting people in these things, they make great storage areas. A lot of times people say, I don't need a bunkhouse, I don't have a bunch of kids. We can use it a lot of different ways, this space. And they'll hold a lot of weight. So we got the big one here and the big one here. And it's open. A lot of these bunks, they seem sort of closed off, but this is very open and spacious in here. They've even put in some drawers down here. And there's some great features on the outside that pertain to this area too, and I'll show you that in a little bit. One of the great things in this design is the bathroom. So we come back here in the rear bath, and we've got a really nice open bathroom, plenty of space for tall people, nice big shower with a high ceiling and a skylight so it doesn't get dark in here. And of course, you're not going to be too tall for this rig. It's got a beautiful medicine cabinet here and also right here. So there's that. And the best thing is it's got its own door. So if you are camping with a lot of people, you don't have to have folks running through the whole coach and traipsing through the trailer as they run in and out to use the bathroom. You've got your own door and they can come right in here and go right out there. It's great. Now let's take a look up here at the galley. As we look at the galley, the first thing is, look at that huge pantry. You've got a ton of room for food storage there. Now of course under the couch and under the booth dinette, that's all storage. But over here you have even more. You can put all kinds of things in here. You've got a nice big refrigerator. It's a Norcold with the deep basin in here so you don't have to worry about things scooting out on you as you travel or when you open the door. Also, it has a full depth oven. That's a 22-inch oven. It's the biggest oven that you get in trailers. And it's got a nice 3-burner stove and a knife rack. It's got a lot of counter space. Look at all this storage down here. There's room for a garbage can. You have these big, deep, heavy-duty drawers with metal guides all over the place. There's just tons of them. You got plenty of storage for everything. Up here you've got more. And I want to point out, when you look at the cabinetry in here, this is all real wood. See that? That's a real knot hole. That's not a picture of a knot hole. And they do that because this is something that's really going to last. And you don't have to worry about it fading or have it worry about the little paper materials coming apart. It's just going to really hold up. In fact, these cabinets are all screwed together cabinets. They're very strong. Northwood's been at this quite a while. Their first models came out in 1993, and that's when I started with them. The very first prototypes came out. And in fact, I own a Northwood product myself, and it's one of my go-to products for friends and family. It's something that I always rely on. So let's keep looking at this rig. As we come in here, now this is kind of a neat feature, and it's pretty popular these days to have a swing around TV. So this TV can pitch around a little bit toward the dining area, but the thing people really love about it is that we can turn it all the way around to the bedroom. Of course, it has a home theater system right here, and yet even more storage. And this is all adjustable shelving here. Take a look up here in the bedroom. We've got a bedroom that you have access from both sides of the queen bed. So it is a walk-around bed on both sides, but you're not wasting as much space. And because you don't walk around the end, you just come up the sides, and that helps shorten up the trailer just a little bit because we don't need to devote space to that. Also, even more storage here. Kind of a neat deal. The cabinets in here have removable shelves. So there's a hanger or shelves. You can do a little bit of both if you want. You can have some shirts hanging and still have a shelf below. Whatever you want to do. Great storage in here. Another thing I really would like to point out is that we have a fantastic exhaust fan here in the bedroom. This is a large capacity fan. It moves a lot of air, and that's important because when you have a bunch of people staying in a trailer, there's a lot of moisture going in the air from the breathing and cooking and showering and everything, and you need to be able to expel that air out to keep from getting a lot of condensation and just that dank feeling inside a trailer, especially when it's cold outside. We can change out that air with one of these big fans. That's how I use mine. Now, another thing that's really nice about this trailer is it's got a fully crowned ceiling. I'm about 6 feet tall, and I still got a lot of space above my head. Tall people can use this trailer, and everybody likes that feeling of openness that you get. So that's a quick look at the interior on this trailer. Before we go outside, I want to also tell you this is an extremely well-built trailer. Northwood hand manufactures their chassis. And that's very important because that means the chassis is designed for each trailer plan they make, and they're built as they're produced. They don't buy a big shipment of pre-built chassis and stick them out in a field somewhere and then start pulling them off when it's time to build a trailer on them. They're cambered, so they're designed to support the weight of the trailer, and they won't flex or sag, and that means that they don't transmit torque and flex as they are towed. So this is a great rig to travel in because it's got a very strong superstructure. Also, this trailer has an R18 roof insulation, and it's got fully heated and enclosed underbelly and gate valves. And what that means is you can use this right down to 0 degrees. If you like to go elk hunting or winter steelhead fishing or however you like to use it, you don't have to worry about your plumbing freezing as long as your furnace is on. And it's also dynamite in really hot weather. It'll stay a lot cooler inside this trailer. One other thing to talk about is the materials. The wood in this trailer is hand selected and hand milled by Northwood for the product. They cut their own timber, and they use 5/8 tongue and groove plywood flooring and 3/8 tongue and groove roof decking. So what we're talking about here is the parts of the trailer that you can't see are actually some of the best parts in the whole rig. Plus they add a lot of neat features. Like on the Nash, it has a 10-gallon gas electric hot water heater. Now every rig you look at out there is going to have a 6-gallon hot water heater. This has a 10, which is nice because of course you could potentially have more people in here, right? It's also got a solar panel to keep your batteries trickle charged all the time. And another thing this has got is it's got a generator box. So let's go outside and I'll show you some of these cool features. I always love showing these Nash products because they're just so value laden. They've got so many things in them. So as we look at the outside, first of all, we notice this is a smooth side trailer, but it's not aluminum frame. And one thing that's true about aluminum trailers is they have a little bit of a tendency to heat transfer and sometimes create more condensation inside because of that. This is a wood frame trailer, 16 on center construction. It's going to be a lot warmer, and you don't have to worry about the sidewall separating or delaminating because it's not a pinch rolled wall like most of these trailers are today. This is a hung wall. It has blanket fiberglass insulation. It's very, very traditional in the way they build it. It's very, very good. Let's take a look right up in here. I want to show you in this compartment. This is a huge storage compartment, and it's full of stuff right now. But if you can imagine, because of the large door, if you wanted to put a cooler in there or carry tubbies with certain types of gear, they'll fit. Most trailers, those cabinet doors aren't tall enough to even take a good tubby. Also, this has a battery disconnect system in it. So when I go away from my trailer, I can flip that little red switch there, and it's going to cut down on it's going to stop any draw on my batteries. So my batteries can be protected when I'm not using the trailer. That's great. Another thing they've done here that I really like is they've gone to a magnet style stop instead of the little plastic clips. So when I put this up, it stays up, and if somebody comes along and snags it, I don't have to worry about it breaking that little clip. Let's go around here. I want to show you this power awning. This, of course, is a power awning now, very popular. but this one's adjustable height. And what that means is that I can change the length of this leg, and it's going to allow that awning to come out at a pitch, so I have water runoff and I don't have to worry about water collecting in my awning. That can cause a lot of damage. Got the big grab handle, it's got the good looking wheels, it's got outside speakers, it's got deep tinted glass. You also see a lot of LED lighting. All the lighting on the outside and the inside of this coach is LED, and they give off very bright light, but they don't use any energy, or they use very little compared to a normal light, 10% of what an incandescent light uses. They're extremely reliable too. Now, here's something that you don't see on a lot of trailers these days, is a ladder. Now this trailer has a fully walkable roof, so you can go up there and inspect your roof seals. You can go up there and get debris off your slide out. You can store things, because this actually has a roof rack on it. It's things that you don't see in trailers very much anymore. This little square here is a place for you to put your bike rack or your cargo platform if you want to carry some extra gear. And they have a space for some extra storage because of those bunk beds. And there's that. Now take a look over here. This is one of the really unusual features about a Nash. Nash is the only product I know of that comes standard with the generator box. This particular one is pre-wired, so if I was to come along at a later time and say, hey, I want to put a built-in generator in this trailer, I could do it. I could also just use this for storage and put whatever I want in there, and that's dynamite. So that's a really unusual feature. It's worth its weight in gold. Right over here, you see we've got our cable and satellite hookup. This is all satellite ready. And one thing I wanted to mention to you, if you look down here at this waste outlet down here, you don't see those little gate valves. Those gate valves are up inside the enclosure, and so that means that these pipes stay empty all the time, and therefore they're not going to freeze. Everything's going to stay okay, even in real cold weather. Okay, let's walk around here. Underneath that big booth dinette, here's another storage area. That goes all the way around that horseshoe dinette, so there's a ton of storage. You know what? I don't think you're going to find a trailer that has more outside storage than this Nash. As we come around the front, we're going to see a couple of really good things. First of all, it's got the power tongue jack already on it. It's got a big box here for 2 batteries, and the factory doesn't provide batteries, I do. But you get 2 batteries from me with this coach, and if you want, we can upgrade them to 6-volt batteries if you're doing a lot of dry camping. That's a good thing to talk about. Also, this has a 7.5 gallon propane bottle, so it's got the big bottles. So many trailers today really have the small bottles. So there's a quick look at the Nash 29S bunkhouse. It's a brand new design. I'm very excited about it. Of course, the quality of Nash is legendary. They have quite a legacy, and they're very well known for that. But they're still innovating designs, and they're still building a great product. I hope you like this video, and if you have any questions, please call and ask for me. My name's Matt Elliott. My number's 541-954-8495. Thanks a lot. You have a great day.